Hey guys, this is Cholera here, and I am bringing you the first day of the round of 8 of the Ever OSL 2008. And welcome to the big time, guys. The OSL tournament, the most prestigious StarCraft tournament in the world, is now moving into its final stages. The MSL also is moving into the round of 8, and today I'm bringing you Game 1, played between July and Rock. And in the round of 8, there are 4 best-of-3 matchups. July is paired with Rock right now. July left his round of 16 group 2-0, whereas the Rock left 2-1 from his group. July beating all those 3 others top Zerg in his group very easily and advancing fairly smoothly through his group. And July right now is definitely... So he reminds me a little bit of Nada in that he has moments of absolute brilliance, and then he fades away for a while, and then he comes back. And this is definitely one of the times when he's coming back. July has 2 OSL victories on his shelf at home, and he is going for his 3rd one, and that could bring him the Golden Mouse. He would be the only other player than Nada to have the Golden Mouse, to have 3 OSL victories. And so I am very psyched, and I have to say I'm rooting for July. His lifetime statistics against Protoss are quite impressive also. I actually didn't know he was so good against Protoss. It's his best matchup, and it's a 66% win rate. The Rock's overall matchup against Zerg is not very good. It's only 42%. However, the Rock has been on fire recently. He's been playing better than he ever has before. He's qualified so many times for the OSL and the MSL, but we just really haven't seen him play excellently recently. And look at this. July is going for a 9 pool here. I would say this is definitely unexpected on a map like Andromeda, which is a very macro-heavy map. He's going to be going for a 9-pool speedling push here, and the thing is, though, Rock has built his pylon inside of his base, so I'm assuming he's not going to be going for a Bisu build. He's not going to go for the Forge first into expansion. Actually, no, July canceled the Extractor. It was just there to get the 10th drone out, and luckily for Rock, Rock's going for a Gateway first build here, so we're seeing 2 old-school builds here. July's are opting not for the three hatchery build or a hatchery into spawning pool into hatchery build, which could be possible on Andromeda, and instead going for this fast rush. And look at this, Rock is going for his assimilator incredibly early. So Rock is going for some fast tech here. So this is definitely not going to be an orthodox Zerg versus Protoss game. This is going to be something quite exciting, and I am very, very happy to see this, given that this is my first game casting in the round of 8 this year. And you know, it's just it's going to get things off to a bang here. Julyzerk now he's going to set up his second base here at his natural expansion, the one that's harder to hold, but the one that comes with gas. And he probably will just bring his first 6 Zerglings down here and try to do some harassment. Critically, I don't see 1 Zealot out yet for Rock. Rock looks like he has 1 Zealot. And another thing is his probe has scouted in the wrong direction, so he will not see these Zerglings coming. And this 1 Zealot may not be enough. He needs to get some probes on the ramp there, but he's not going to know these Zerglings are coming as fast as they are. Of course, this is a 9 pool, so as fast as they could possibly come, really, unless it was an all-in build, and he is going to be in big trouble here. Julyzerk split his Zerglings apart to facilitate his scouting, but now he's got 3 Zerglings inside of the Rock space, and he's going to be going for a harass, I think, or possibly an attack directly on the Zealots. No, it looks like he's going to be going for a harass, and we're seeing a very fast Stargate, by the way, from the Rock. Interesting build here from Rock. Oh, already 1 probe down here, and we'll see if July has gotten speed upgrade, because if he has speed upgrade, I have to say, Rock will be in huge trouble, especially with July's excellent micro. Just look at his split here, by the way. For all the amateurs here who want to get better, look at how he's controlling 2 groups of 3 Zerglings each. That definitely does help in terms of avoiding those Zealots and trying to snipe off as many probes as possible. Oh, that 1 Zergling getting caught there, though, so 2 Zerglings go down, and the Stargate's almost up. I'm not sure what July has in terms of anti-air. He probably will get a Hydralisk Den inside of his base right now to deal with the Stargate. The Rock doing a very good job of using his Zealots to defend against these Zerglings, actually. I think he only lost 1 probe so far, and the Hydralisk Den is going up for July here inside his base, so this game is still way too close to say who's in the advantage, but Rock seems like he's held off this rush quite nicely, and the scouting probe gets killed there by the drones. So July has done a little bit of damage here, a little bit of disruption, but mainly we've seen Rock do an interesting build here, going for a fast Corsair. And we'll see if he decides to go for Templar Tech next, to go for the fastest Templar Corsair build possible, off of 1 base, of course. July has another Zerg scouting, and now he's the one forced to build a creep colony to deal with the incoming forces. And July is just going to try to keep this Zergling alive as long as possible to keep a scout in. Meanwhile, the first Corsair has arrived inside of July's base and is going to start hunting down his overlords. I believe that's a Hydros morphing. Yes, it is a Hydros morphing from the egg, and now this Corsair is probably going to get chased away. Actually, I might decide to stay and try to pick off that one overlord. Meanwhile, 3 Zealots and a Dragoon coming up here, and July's a little bit caught off guard here. He only has 2 Zerglings, and actually, July could be in big trouble here. He's got a couple more Zerglings here, fortunately for him, and those Hydros arrived just in time. I think he's going to be able to stop this attack with some good micro here. Actually, no, the Hydros getting caught up on the ramp here. July could lose these Hydros, and he'll be in huge trouble. He's desperately trying to get more Zerglings up, but already 4 Zealots pounding away as his expansion, attacking his Zerglings. I think they're pretty much damaged, but meanwhile, notice critically, the Corsair is getting lots of free hits on the Overlord, so July's food count is going to be hurt a lot here by the Rock, and the Rock pulling off an impressive play here. I think partially this is an artifact of July going for a rush that failed. July now targeting the Corsair, trying to pick it off. It has 1 hit left, and July also having a micro against that Zealot. Incredible micro here from both players, and a couple more Zerglings coming down. I think he's going to pick off the Zealot. Picks off the Zealot, but the Corsair still alive, and nothing to stop this one Corsair. It's got 2 Overlord kills already, and it's going to get a 3rd Overlord kill. And Rock is definitely ahead so far in this matchup. I'd say he's firmly in the lead. July just has, actually he does have 3 hatcheries up, never mind. Rock now getting a Photon Cannon in his front base also. At the front of his base also to prevent against the counterattack from getting into his base. And wow, this is just an intense micro fight here so far. Neither player getting the opportunity to macro up, and this is decidedly different from most of the Zerg Protoss games we've seen recently. I'll give you an example, such as the long game between Luxury and Lucifer I just covered in the Pro League. Luxury got 4 bases off the bat on, I think it was on Andromeda actually, or it was a Coliseum. I'm actually not sure. I think it was Andromeda actually. He just gets 4 bases off the back, and Lucifer comfortably gets all 3 of his bases, and you go on from there, you know. Just a really long macro game, but this game is not like that at all. Although it might revert to that now that both players have stabilized their fronts a little bit. Finally, July taking the lair here. And right now, I mean, I have to say, the Rock needs to get his expansion up at the gas expansion. He's trying to get the one at the mineral only, but that's not going to give him the gas he needs, of course, to get the Templar that he really is going to need to deal with a lot of Hydralisks. And I don't see any more Corsairs up for Rock, so that's actually a good move there. He's probably going to save, probably for Zealot legs first. He might decide to go for a little bit of a timing attack before July gets Lurkers or any kind of other attack, and go for an attack once he gets a +1 upgrade with his speed lots. And now Rock's second expansion is up, second base is up, the mineral only. I would actually say July is going to be economically ahead if he doesn't get harassed anymore. July getting Aspire also.